Welcome to Choice Compass. Today, we're diving into a decision that, let's be honest, affects pretty much every single one of us with a smartphone. As our phones fill up with photos, videos, and all our digital memories, the huge question is, where do you put it all? So we're putting cloud storage head-to-head with a personal NAS to find out.
Oh, you know this feeling. We've all been there. You're trying to snap that perfect picture and bam, that dreaded notification pops up. Storage almost full. It is just the worst, right? Suddenly you can't take another photo, you can't download a new app, your phone starts acting sluggish. It's basically the digital version of a closet that's packed to the ceiling, and it forces you to make a choice.
So, to help you figure this all out, we're going to break it down. First, we'll talk about the dilemma itself. Then we'll meet our two contenders. And after that, we'll have them face off in 3 rounds: convenience, cost, and privacy. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a guide to help you make the right call for you.
Okay, so let's start with the dilemma. The real issue here isn't just an annoying notification. It's the risk of losing absolutely everything. We all know we should back up our stuff, but it's one of those things that's just so easy to put off. But man, if your phone gets lost or stolen or just dies on you, that feeling of regret can be massive.
So what it really boils down to is a choice between two totally different ways of thinking. On one hand, you could basically rent a digital locker from a giant tech company. Or, on the other hand, you can build and own your very own private cloud, right there in your own home.
All right, let's properly introduce our two main contenders for keeping your digital life safe and sound.
You know, on a high level, the comparison is actually pretty simple. Think of cloud storage like renting a locker up in the sky. It's super convenient, someone else manages it all, but you pay for it every single month. A NAS, though, that's like owning your own private storage unit right in your house. You buy it once, you set it up, and it's all yours. So services like iCloud or Google Cloud, they're built for one thing: simplicity. Your data gets sent over the internet to these massive, gigantic data centers owned by companies like Apple or Google. The whole thing is designed to be a service that's almost invisible. You're not really supposed to think about it. Now a NAS, or network-attached storage, that is the complete opposite. It's a physical box, you buy it, you pop some hard drives into it, and you plug it into your home's internet router. What it does is create your own cloud drive in your home. It's a server that you and only you have complete control over. Okay, let's kick things off with round 1, convenience and setup. How easy is it to actually get started and use these things day to day? When it comes to convenience, there's no contest. The cloud is the undisputed champion. It's baked right into your phone's operating system. You just flip a switch in the settings, and it just works. Backups happen automatically, quietly in the background, and features like optimized storage, they're brilliant. They keep the full-res photos in the cloud and smaller versions on your phone to save space. It's completely hands-off. Setting up a NAS, on the other hand, is definitely more of a hands-on process. Now, it's not crazy complicated or anything, but you do have to unbox the thing, put the hard drives in, which is usually tool-free these days, which is nice, and then plug it into your router. The final setup happens on your computer through a web browser. It's straightforward, but yeah, it's a bit of a project, not just a simple toggle switch. All right, on to round 2, and this is a big one for pretty much everyone: the money. How do these two options stack up financially when you look at the long game?
Okay, let's look at a 5-year projection for about 2 terabytes of storage. With a NAS, you've got a pretty big upfront cost, right? Around $500 for the unit and the drives. But after that, it's yours, no monthly fees. Cloud storage is the opposite. $0 to start, but that subscription, around $10 a month for 2 terabytes, really adds up. Over 5 years, you're looking at about $600.
And this chart really just drives that point home. It highlights the big financial trade-off. The NAS costs more at the start, but after a few years, it actually becomes the cheaper option. The cloud is easy to get into, but that little monthly payment just keeps on going and going. Okay, let's get into our final round. And this one is less about features and more about, well, philosophy. Who do you actually trust with your most personal data? See, when you use a cloud service, your data isn't just sitting in one magical place. Even a company like Apple, which has its own huge data centers, still uses services from Google and Amazon to store some of your stuff. So what this means is your files are stored on servers owned by massive corporations, which for some people raises some big questions about who really has access to them. And that brings us to the absolute core argument for a NAS. As this user on Reddit put it, it's about wanting your private things to remain within their own network. With a NAS, your data never ever leaves your home. You have total data sovereignty.
You are the one and only person in charge of your files, period.
And that is exactly what a NAS gives you: control. Now, the technology behind this stuff can get super complex, as you can kind of see from this diagram, but what consumer devices do is package all that power into a system that's way more accessible. You get to build your own personal high-performance cloud without needing a degree in IT. You know, no matter which way you decide to go, it's worth knowing the gold standard for keeping your data safe. It's called the 3-2-1 backup rule. Basically, you want to have 3 copies of your data on 2 different kinds of storage, with at least one of those copies stored somewhere else, off-site. This protects you from pretty much any disaster you can think of.
So, after weighing all the evidence, which one is the right choice for you? Let's boil it all down into a final guide.
Look, you should probably go with the cloud if what you really care about is pure maximum convenience. If you want something that just works right out of the box, that integrates perfectly with your phone, has a low upfront cost, and is totally hands-off, then yeah, a service like iCloud or Google Cloud is almost definitely your best bet.
On the other hand, you should probably choose a NAS if what you value most is total privacy and complete control over your own stuff. If you're cool with a higher initial cost to save money in the long run, and you get excited about the idea of running your own media server or other cool things with no monthly fees, then a NAS is the clear winner for you.
In the end, there really is no single best answer here. It's not about which one is better on paper, but which one is better for you. It all comes down to what aligns with your priorities, your budget, and hey, your comfort level with tech. So the question to ask yourself is, what do you value more? Ultimate convenience or ultimate control? We break down every option A versus option B scenario by comparing practical features against creative solutions. Our mission is to provide clarity, helping you save time and money. Subscribe to Choice Compass and transform every difficult dilemma into a clear, confident choice. See you next time.